Good morning again. Are you awake? Good morning again. All right. I know, we were pretty centered there. And we are going to center ourselves, but not right at the moment. I'm going to first explain to you what a white stone ceremony is, a little bit of the meaning behind it. This time every year, as we begin a new year, is the time when we get to make a new plan for our lives. Not just New Year's resolutions, but an intention for the coming year. And we do that by choosing a name or a word that has deep significance for us as individuals. It'll be different for every one of you. It's a new plan. It's a time to reflect on your lives and to make commitments to change things that aren't working and aspire to do things that you know will benefit you. Perhaps you'd like to live more healthfully. Perhaps you'd like to live with a more open heart. Or perhaps you'd like to deepen your spiritual life. Perhaps meditating regularly. Maybe a job change is in your future. Whatever it is. As you begin this new year, I bet there are at least one thing you would like to do different. One thing you would like to focus on and change in your life. So begin by asking yourself, if you have not already done it, what is it that I would like to change in my life? What is it that my soul is calling me to do? What dream have I been putting off? What does it look like to change your life? It's not going to happen today or tomorrow. It might, I don't know. But if the change is big enough, it's going to take some time. And I hope it's big enough that it takes some time. But know that as you work on that, whatever it may be this year, we here at Unity Spiritual Center are here to support you on your soul work. That's S-O-U-L, your soul work. Each and every one of you, each and every human being that has ever lived, has incarnated on this plane with a purpose, with a curriculum, if you will, for the soul. Something they came to do. And so often in our lives, we grow up, we get all the messages, all the different influences of the world around us, and we lose sight of what that soul purpose is. The mystic Rumi said this: "Blessed is anyone who knows who he or she really is and builds a place to live." Blessed is anyone who knows who he or she really is and builds a place to live. That's what we do together. We support each other on that journey. This is a place where we are safe to work on that growth, to experience that growth, to walk with one another, to build a sacred container for our soul's purpose, to live in a new and a different way, from the place of knowing who we truly are at a soul level. We began the process, believe it or not, way back at Halloween, which traditionally is a time to honor the ancestors. Honor the ancestors within. We stand on their shoulders. We don't even know who our ancestors were back more than a generation or two. And yet, we stand on their shoulders. We continue their journey, their dreams. So we begin with that, and then we recognize and give thanks for all the blessings we have had. And then with Christmas, we birth a new understanding, a new awareness of the Christ within. And with New Year's, we do our burning bowl where we release anything that may be holding us back. We write a letter of what we hope to accomplish in the new year, and we conclude that cycle today with choosing a new identity, a new focus. So we have done a lot of work in this regard already. And if you were not here with us last Sunday for the Burning Bowl, I invite you now to take a moment and bring to mind something you want to let go of this year. It may be an old resentment. It may be an old belief that you know deep down no longer rings true for you. It may be a self-image issue. Whatever it is, take a moment Close your eyes and turn within and say, I now let this go. And visualize it just burning up into the nothingness from which it came. I now let go, and I let God. I am ready to have my beliefs and attitudes changed so that my life may be transformed. Therefore, I forgive myself for all mistakes I have made. I also forgive and release everyone and every situation whom I perceive may have harmed me in any way. Just feel that lifting of that weight. Take a breath. And so, having released, we continue the ritual with the white stone ceremony. Is there anybody who has never experienced a white stone ceremony? Okay, so I can make it up as we go along. What we are doing is a ritual that allows us to co-create a space to listen and to hear Spirit speak to us, to listen to what it is calling us to express, to give us a new sense of who we truly are and what we mean to express and give life to in this new year. The ceremony itself evolved from one of the most misunderstood books of the gospel of the Bible, the book of Revelation. Chapter 2, verse 17, you don't have to go read it. It says this, let anyone who has an ear listen to what the Spirit is saying to the churches. To everyone who conquers, who overcomes, I will give some of the hidden manna, and I will give a white stone. And on the white stone is written a new name that no one knows except the one who receives it. Now, there's two words in that passage that interest me. Anyone and everyone. Anyone who has an ear. It doesn't mean your physical ear. It means anyone who listens to their spirit. Every one of us has that ability. We go within and we hear what Joel Goldsmith called the still small voice, the voice of Spirit. And everyone who conquers overcomes. Everyone who listens to that hears it and says, I will step out boldly. I will move through and past any inhibitions, any old false beliefs, anything that may have been holding me back, and I will overcome. So anyone and every one of you has the power to change your lives, to receive a new name. We are all connected to God. There is no way anybody can not be connected to God. Understand that. That is a foundational truth in unity that we believe. We are always one with God. Yes, we may forget that on the human level. We may lose sight of that, but we are never not connected. And all we have to do is go within, and we can find that connection again. Every single person, regardless of what they have experienced, regardless of what they have done, certainly regardless of whatever religion they practice, has the ability to change their hearts and be changed at depth. So every one of us has access. But there are some things that we must do. It says, anyone who has an ear, listen. Listen. Listen to that part of ourselves that knows who we are, that knows why we are, and what we are here to do. At some point in your life, everybody has experienced that voice of Spirit, that inner voice of wisdom. But do we listen? Have you ever made a decision that you knew wasn't the right one? Or am I the only one? Oh, good. Whew, was worried there for a minute. Ever make a decision without consulting your soul first or listening to God? We are called to listen. That's what we do in unity prayer, if you notice. Quite often, we spend a lot of time in the silence because we believe that prayer, real prayer, is setting an intention and then listening. Listening. That's why we are given 2 ears and 1 mouth. because we should listen twice as much as we talk. It's an essential part of becoming who we came here to be. And again, what do we conquer? What do we overcome? We overcome our limiting thoughts and our beliefs in their power, the thought's power. Thoughts are things, they are energy. But we can release the belief in that. We can let those old ones go. And everyone who is willing to move forward can change. They can discover more of who they are, what they are, deepen their connection with God, and live the life we are created to live. When we do this, the writer of Revelation tells us we are blessed with three things. We will be given manna, our daily bread. Daily bread metaphysically represents spiritual substance. We will be given all that we need. Every tool, every idea, every inspiration, every ounce of courage, we will be given to move forward and live the life we came here to live. We will be given guidance. We will meet the right people. We will have all the resources provided to us when we need them, but we must listen, and we must have a spirit that is willing to overcome and move forward. Not only will we get manna, our daily blessings, but it says we will receive a white stone. Now, in Jesus' day, that was a tradition in the Roman judicial system. If you had been sent to jail for committing a crime, once you were released, you received a white stone. And by the way, these stones actually are from Jerusalem. You receive a white stone with a new name on it. And what that white stone represented was freedom. Your freedom from who you were. When a person walked out of prison, and Roman prisons admittedly were not good, so if you walked out of prison, number one, you were probably pretty tough, but you were also not the same person who went in. So as long as you had this stone, if somebody said, wait a minute, that guy's a crook, you could pull out your stone and say, I am a new person. That guy no longer exists. That man, that woman, what have you, no longer exists. So that was from the Roman judicial system. You were freed of bondage. You were freed of any restriction. And if anybody tried to hold you back or to arrest you or anything like that, the Roman legions, if they saw the stone, they would protect you. So that represents to us today freedom. It represents a new beginning, a fresh start, kind of a blank state to write upon. We are free to live the life we want to live, the life we were created to live, a life of complete good. The writer of these scriptures goes on to say, you will be given a new name, which will be written on the stone. You know, in biblical times, people did not consult baby books to pick out the cutest, most trendy name. Mary and Joseph did not go, let's see, oh, Jesus, that's a good one. First of all, his name wasn't even Jesus in those days. But anyway, they turned within before they ever named a child. And they sought that heart message. Who is this child? What has this child come to be? And they gave them a name. For instance, the name Moses, or Moshe in Hebrew, means to draw out. And that was the essence of Moses. He was called to draw out the children of Israel out of bondage in Egypt. So a name is the essence of who we are. And the beauty of that is this name is between you and God. So it can change. We in Unity change it once a year, but you can change it more often if you want. In the Bible, when there is a change in someone's name, it represents a change in consciousness. For instance, Jacob wrestled all night with the angel, and then his name became Israel, which means to strive or prevail with God. Remember Saul of Tarsus, who when he got hit upside the head with a bolt of lightning, he became Paul instead of Saul. Names describe the nature of who we are and the qualities we want to express in our lives. So in this white stone ceremony today, what we are actually doing is allowing Spirit to give us a new name, a new identity, a symbol, a theme. It can be a name. It could be a word that makes no sense to you. It can be an intention. It's between you and God. You can dramatically change and reshape and alter your life by what you call yourselves. Some of you, I'll let some of you in on a little secret. Some of you in this congregation still remember when I was Bob. But I had a change in consciousness and then took a new name. Actually, it was my middle name, but it had meaning for me. More meaning than Bob had. Not that Bob didn't serve his purpose. But name changes represent a new beginning, a new growth. They call to us to rise up out of the bondage of the past and become the person that God created you to be. I'm going to begin this now by asking 3 questions. You don't have to answer out loud. Are you willing to listen to your inner guidance for information, a theme, a name, an idea that will forward your evolution of consciousness in the coming year? Are you willing to allow yourself to experience new possibilities and new freedom? Are you willing to know that this is the year your deepest desires of your heart really can manifest, and that you are worthy and deserving of God's richest blessings? These answers, these questions, the name that will come to you are between you and God. No one else can create your connection to Spirit. It is your responsibility. And you will receive the knowledge as you are open and receptive to receiving it. So affirm with me, my heart is open to receive God's guidance.
To receive God's guidance.
My heart is open.
My heart is open.
That is the meaning of this ceremony, to create a sense of freedom, to be who we truly are. So let's begin by blessing our stones. Take your stones in your hand. I'm going to ask one more time, does everybody have one? Is there anybody who doesn't? Okay, it looks like everybody's got one. And those of you on Facebook, if you have a piece of paper or something in your home, go ahead and take it in your hands. Close your eyes. Hold it. You might want to hold it to your heart. Take a breath. Dear God, we bless these stones as symbolically representing our willingness to open our consciousness and align with divine Spirit. We release to you, God, for transformation all that does not serve us. And we are willing to transform our minds and rise in consciousness and vibration to transform our lives in total freedom into joyous expressions of the Spirit we are. And now continue to hold these in your hands as we go into meditation. Feel the freedom this stone represents. God is calling you higher. Listen. Listen now for a new name, a new spiritual identity. Listen to your heart.
Hear me in your heart. I am calling you. Listen to your heart. I am here. Hear me in your heart.
I now close the gap between what I know to be the truth and what I expect to manifest in my life. The deepest desires of my soul expect manifestation, for I am worth it. I remember that I am created in the image and likeness of God, that I am spirit living in a body, but I am spirit. And as spirit, I have sacred purpose, sacred mission, sacred path. I am worthy of becoming who I am created to be. God is standing by to give me all that I am open to receive. The old has passed away. It has served its purpose. And without judgment, I recognize that every event, circumstance, relationship, opportunity, possibility, challenge, every encounter, everything in my life has brought me to this place and this time. Everything has had an influence. And I stand now at the turning point of being set free to enter the best year of my life. I listen to the voice of Spirit calling. I ask, what is my real purpose? What is my true reason? Who am I? I ask for what would be the most transforming name, or what word would be most helpful to take into this new year. I let go of what comes having to make sense or be familiar. I am open in total faith. I receive. When the word comes, I will take a moment, open my eyes, and write it down, and return as I take that word into my heart. As we go into silent meditation, listen to hear what Spirit has for you.
3, 4.
I will change your name. You shall no lonely or afraid, I will change your name. Your new name shall be confidence, joyfulness, overcoming one, faithfulness, part of God, one with all that is. A new name carries a new destiny. A new name can define your future and manifest a new life. I will change your name. You shall no longer be called beaten down, less than, forsaken, broken, or lost. I will change your name. Your new name shall be child of God, blessed one, born to heal the world. Beautiful face of God, perfect, whole, complete. Beautiful face of God, perfect, whole, complete.
Perfect, whole, complete. I breathe into this moment, this experience, as I feel the energy of spirit in my heart. Deep, deep I go. My only awareness is the light within. And here in the silence, I am open to a new name. And now slowly, begin to become aware of your physicality. Feel the stone in your hand. Let the vibration of your new name fill that stone and fill you. Feel that new energy, that new purpose, that new you. And know that if you have not yet received your name, you will. Keep your stone with you, and it will come to you. As you feel the vibration of your name, remember that it is very personal and important. This name that is written upon the stone and in the center of your heart. And affirm this with me, silently. Thank you, God, for revealing my new name. Thank you for revealing who I am at depth. Thank you, God, for your sacred presence within me, for the opportunity to learn, to expand, to grow, and to fulfill your divine will, to be who you created me to be, so that I may live more fully than ever before. As you breathe this new name, as your body becomes attuned to it, begin to return to this room, this place, when you are ready. Open your eyes and see anew.
Now, bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I'm through crying, I'm through waiting, I'm through hoping against all hope. I'm through longing
All right. Thank you, Diana.